late. It's okay. What were we doing in the previous class, Tejas? Can you quickly remind me?
Yes, ma'am. 1 second. Let me check.
And the rest of the students, please switch on your videos. I will not ask again.
Ma'am, we got to write the notes and we started the second chapter.
Yes?
We have to write notes of first chapter from mitochondria, and we started the second chapter too.
Okay, so mitochondria, plastids and everything was done?
No, ma'am, only till mitochondria.
Only till mitochondria, right?
Yes.
Okay, what about cell division and everything? Did I teach this to everyone?
Yes, ma'am, you finished the chapter of this.
Okay, we have finished the chapter. All right. So let's do one thing. We'll start a new chapter today since we have done the chapter and the notes. First of all, you students do one thing. You have to write the notes from mitochondria, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you people can take the screenshots and you have to copy it down later on. Okay. So everyone can take screenshots.
Yes, ma'am.
And once you're done taking screenshots, just tell me, I'll scroll it for you. Apart from that, one more thing, students, like I am letting you take the screenshots because I have to complete your syllabus, start your new chapter. But remember that these things should be there in your notebook because I will check it. Okay. I
Ma'am,
will
you can scroll now.
Yeah, I will ask you people to send me the PDF of your notes and I will check it. So everyone will copy this down. It will not stay in the picture form. By which date will you give me your notes? By tomorrow, will you send it?
Ma'am, anytime you want.
What about others? By tomorrow, will you send me the notes?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, Farhan, Sarah, everyone will send me the
Yes, ma'am.
notes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Very good.
Ma'am, you can scroll.
Yeah. Everyone can take screenshots.
Ma'am, you can.
Done? Everyone's done?
Done, ma'am.
Just one. Yeah, okay.
Done, ma'am. Done, ma'am. I'm done. Done, ma'am. Ma'am, done.
Okay, everyone took the screenshot till here?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Done.
Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Done,
Done?
ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, done.
Also,
Ma'am, is this a ma'am?
yes,
Yes. Ma'am, is this a 1 hour class or then 1 hour 30 minutes?
1 hour class.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Let me check this once. Yeah, it's a 1 hour class. Okay. Students, everyone's video should be on. Why two of the students have not switched their videos on? I will not say it again and again, students. Please keep your videos on. throughout the class. It's matter of only 1 hour. So till that 1 hour, be present here, then you can do whatever you feel like. Okay, so today we're going to start a new chapter, that is tissues. Okay, that is your second chapter, okay? So we're going to talk about the various kinds of tissues that are there. You people are able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to talk about tissues. Now see, we talked about cell and we saw that cell was the fundamental unit of life, isn't it? It was the most basic unit of life.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we were calling it the most basic unit of life because every single organism was made up of cell. But now slowly, when we move from unicellularity, meaning organism possessing one cell, and when we move towards multicellularity, so in that case, what happens? When the organism size and complexity increases, right? So the number of cells and the functions that the cell have to perform, that will also increase. So in that particular case, what will happen? That cells would come together and they will make a tissue, because we know that a group of cells will be making a tissue. So all the living organisms are made up of cells, as well as we know that the cell is the basic unit of life. Now, organism, depending upon the number of cells, they are of two types, unicellular and multicellular. Now, in the case of unicellular organisms, only one cell performs every single thing. Like one cell will be performing diffusion, one cell will be performing digestion. So that one particular cell is performing every single function that the cell, like the whole entire organism requires. But in the case of multicellular organism, there is this very famous line that says there is division of labor. Now, how many of you understand the meaning of division of labor? Who can explain what is division of labor?
Ma'am,
Only
I
this
don't
one.
understand that.
You don't understand, Tejas? Okay, what about others?
Ma'am, I know.
Tell
Division
me.
of labor is basically cells dividing into different groups for
Hmm.
performing different functions.
Very good. Exactly. That here, the cells, like every single cell, have their own functions to perform. So they have divided the group. Like, for example, you people get projects in school, isn't it, during summer vacations and stuff? So that is an individual project. But when you talk about a group project that you get from your school, so for example, one group contains 5 students. So you divide the work amongst yourself, isn't it? You say that, okay, one person will bring the printed pictures, one person will write the matter, one person will decorate the project, right? Same way, the cells in the case of multicellular organism, you will find a division of labor. Division of labor meaning every single, or you can say cell or every single component will perform its own function.
Every single cell have its own task.
Yeah, every single cell has its own task to perform. Now, here groups of cells are present. In the case of multicellular organisms, since we require what? We require division of labor, or we require different kinds of functions to be performed. So the cells start forming groups. Now, in animal cells, what happens? The muscle cells are responsible for causing movements. Nerve cells have their own function that they perform conduction, or they conduct the impulses. Then the blood also is one type of tissue that also transports gases. So you can see variety of division of labor in the case of animal's body. When we talk about the plants, so the plants also have their own division of labor present. So pay attention to division of labor, because many a times it gets asked in the question. Okay, students? Everyone has understood division of labor?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Now see, when we talk about the case of plants, so division of labor exists there also. Now there are vascular tissues or cells in the plants, vascular tissues. Xylem and phloem particularly are present in the plants, and they are responsible for conduction of water and conduction of food. So you will see it slowly when we'll talk about the tissues in the plants. But until now, you understand that division of labor is not just found in animals, but it is also found in the plants. Now the cells, they form a group, and the group of cell is called as the tissue, such as blood, muscle, epithelium, and there are so many more. So when cells come together, they form a group, and that group of cells is what we call as tissue. Now, slowly, when organism becomes even more higher, then those tissues come together and they form an organ. Like how we have eye, we have lungs, kidneys. These are separate organs in our body. And when the organism becomes even more developed, then organ systems are present. When multiple like organs present together, they form a group, an organ system is formed. For example, muscle. Muscle, you can say it is one tissue in the body, right? Or if we talk about eye, we know that eye is an organ, but do you think eye alone can perform everything? No, right? The eyes, like you people are looking at me right now. So your brain is perceiving that, okay, Mariam ma'am is teaching me, isn't it? Had your brain not been working with your eyes, then you would never know what you are seeing or what you're looking at. So when eyes are present, or lungs, for example, only lungs will be present, then will you be able to survive? No. You need to have a nose also so that you can breathe in. You need to have a windpipe in your body so that that air could pass through. So all of these things, so they make an organ system. So these are the following systems which are there in humans body. We have muscular system, reproductive system, excretory system, digestive system, breathing system, circulatory system, and nervous system. So all of these systems, they are working. Why? Because there is an integration, or you can say a interconnection between all of the individual organs that are there in this particular system. Any doubts up until now?
No,
Any
ma'am.
people want to ask me?
No, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Now moving forward, we should know that if plants and animals are two separate individuals, isn't it? They're two separate organisms, all the plants and all the animals. So there are many differences that we can find amongst them. So what are those differences that we can find? See, plants, like let us see, like since you can say the need and the type of organism are different, so their tissues or the things that are present in the body, they will also be different. Now when I say plants and animals, what is the one basic difference that you people can find in them? The one difference that can differentiate each one of them.
Ma'am, plant cell has cell wall.
No, not cell. I'm not talking in terms of cell. Just say that I give you a plant and I'll give you one animal. How would you differentiate?
Ma'am, plants cannot move, but animals can.
Exactly. Plants cannot move, but animals can move, right? Apart from that, will you be able to talk to the plant? Will it talk back?
No,
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 ma'am.
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 Sure. I hope no one has a plant that talks back.
No, ma'am.
Okay, good. And I really hope no one has an animal that talks back also. That will also be very scary. I hope the animal would make the animal noises, but it can talk back in its own language, isn't it? The sound that it makes. So that is again a one like major difference in them. So just like that, also one more difference. How would you differentiate plant and animal in terms of growth? In terms of growth,
Growth is slower than animal.
plant growth is slower than animals.
Yes.
Okay. But which one of them have a fixed growth?
Ma'am, animals?
Yes, animals. Have you ever seen any animal as tall as the giant redwood tree? Like you can't even look at the top of the head of the animal. Have you seen any animal of that sort?
No, ma'am.
No. Plants have this property wherein they can grow all their life. They can divide and grow all their life, but animals can't. So now all of you, like it's very impressive that you people already know so many things about the differences between plants and animals, right? Now we are going to talk about in terms of the like tissues, like what, since the chapter we are studying is tissues, so we have to study about what are the differences in terms of the plant tissues and animal tissues. Now plants do not move, so their tissues are the ones that provide support. So we know that plants cannot move from one place to another and they have to stand straight all their life. So they have supportive tissues present in their body so that they can stand straight or erect, right? Because if the wind would blow, then a plant will go down. We can't, like the plants can't afford that because they have to get the sunlight also. So in order to do that, they have to stand erect. They have to stand upright. Now talking about the animal tissues. So they are not stationary. Being stationary means being still. So they are not still. So their tissues are the ones that support movement. So they don't need any kind of tissues in the body that would help them to stand straight forever. They need tissues in the body that would help them to move around. Moving forward, talking about the supporting tissues in the case of plants. So most of the supporting tissues in the plants, they are made up of dead cells. Okay, the cells that the tissues are made up of, like for support, they are mostly dead cells. And why are they dead? Because they have to provide mechanical strength to the plant. But in case of animals, you will find no dead tissues or no dead cells ever. Clear? Now talking about the
Yes, ma'am.
plant tissues. So they are not extremely specialized if you compare it to the animal tissues. But in the case of animals, the tissues are extremely specialized. Clear?
Yes,
Any
ma'am.
doubts up until now?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
All right, very good. Now you people can note it down. But while you're noting it down, try to read first, understand first, and then copy it down. Okay? Now you people can switch off your videos and you can write comfortably. Students, how many of you have gotten the date sheets for your exam? For your like mids,
Ma'am, I
half year.
got.
When is your exam?
Ma'am,
Tejas?
ma'am, I don't know, but I'll check and tell you now.
Okay, and like, can you all tell me briefly what is your syllabus in biology? Like in science, you have fundamental unit of life and tissues.
That
Yes, ma'am.
yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Only two chapters are there.
The
For
first two
me,
chapters.
also two chapters.
Ma'am, even for me,
First two
two
chapters.
chapters.
Okay, so fundamental unit of life and tissues, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what about others? Like, can you people tell me the dates of your exam? Science exam?
Ma'am, I didn't get my date for exams till now.
Okay, you haven't. Okay,
Ma'am, I also no, did not get.
okay, okay. Okay,
My
once you
midterms are
people.
over.
Okay. Your exams are over, Rumesa. Hmm?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay. All right, students. So whenever you get your exam dates, please inform us, okay?
Yeah. Ma'am, for me, the science exam is the second one. The second, it's on 29th.
29th
Yes,
September.
yes, ma'am. Fundamental unit of life I have. Then tissue from 68 page number to 73. From plant tissue up to plant tissue.
Okay, okay. Only till plant tissues. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Ishad, please send the dates PDF, okay? Send it to the team. Okay, from where you get the links for the class, you can send there. Okay.
I'm done, ma'am.
Thank you.
Everyone's done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I'm done now.
Ma'am, done.
Everyone's done?
Done, ma'am.
Everyone is done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Done, ma'am. Ma'am, no.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you show ma'am, can you scroll down? Ma'am, done, ma'am.
Ma'am, just 1 second.
Okay, okay, you all can take your time. It's okay.
Done, ma'am.
Done, students?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
of, all of you are done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
I hope no one has left out any points. Everything is written down.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, do you people have any doubts up until now?
No, ma'am.
Okay, good. So, the next thing that we will be talking about are the tissues that are present in the case of plants. Now, plants tissue, we know they have this property of dividing throughout their life. But again, then there are some tissues in the case of plants that do not possess that ability. Okay, so it depends on tissues to tissues and parts of the plant how it will perform. Now, if you look at this particular chart or a flow chart that I have made for you, so in this, what you can see is that the plant tissues, they have been divided into two types depending upon what is their ability to divide. So the plant tissues, they are of two types. We have meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Now, meristematic tissues are those tissues that divide throughout their life. Constant division of these tissues take place. Whereas the permanent tissues are those tissues that divide for some time and then they lose the ability of division. So we have two kinds of tissues, like on a broader scale, we have meristematic tissue and then we have permanent tissue. Now, depending upon the position, the meristematic tissue is of three types. We have apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. All of them have been divided depending upon their position. Talking about the permanent tissue, so they have been divided into two types depending upon the types of cells that they have. If they have one type of cell, we call it as simple permanent tissue. If they have different various kinds of cells, we have called them complex permanent. Furthermore, the simple permanent tissue has been divided into three types: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. And the complex permanent tissue have been divided into two types, that is xylem and phloem. So what we have to do is we have to study each of these tissues one by one, their characteristics, their features, how they are special, what they do, where they are present. Every single thing we have to study. Okay, students? So
Yes, ma'am.
for today's class, we'll keep it till here only. And in the next class, we'll begin with the characteristics of meristematic tissues, like what they perform, where are they present, and everything about them. Okay, students?
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Okay, then I'll see all of you in the next class. Till then, what is your task? You should remember that today you have to copy down the screenshots that you have taken in the class in your notebooks. And after you're done, you have to take a picture, make a PDF, and send it to us. I will check it.
Ma'am,
Yes?
ma'am, can you send the PDF? I took the screenshot, but I forgot to save them.
You took the screenshot, but you forgot to save it.
Yes, ma'am. If you can show again, I will take.
Yeah, just 1 second. I'll show it again. The rest of the students can leave. All of the students have to submit their PDFs. Okay? So
Okay,
we,
ma'am. Thank you,
yeah.
ma'am.
Okay.
Bye, ma'am.
Okay. Bye bye. Yeah. You can take the screenshot, Tejas.
Yes, ma'am, you can change. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Done.